Hi, my name is Christina Ricci, and I feel pretty good about being Conan O'Brien's friend.
Pretty good.
Oh my God. I don't think pretty good is a bad thing, but I've had this argument with an ex-boyfriend who was like, why are you always qualifying good? It means it isn't that good.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's pretty good.
I'm
like,
falling
really
right into
good.
the old boyfriend mode.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What's wrong with like amazing or really good or just good?
I feel fantastic.
No, too late.
Oh, shit.
Christina, I'm really happy to see you
You
because it's been quite a while since I've seen you, and I have a very nostalgic feeling about seeing you because you came on the show for the first time. I think it was for Addams Family, the first Addams Family movie, possibly. You were a kid.
Was that? But I was like 15, right?
Yeah,
13.
well, that's to me.
So I think that was for Casper.
Was it for Casper?
I think so.
I mean, you were a kid, and I
was a child,
remembered
yeah.
feeling. I thought you would come on for Addams Family. I remembered Raul Julia came on for Addams Family.
Okay, well then maybe I
and
did
I
come on.
thought you came on.
You're probably right.
Whatever. Right now, Eduardo's.
I see 1999 and 2005, so I'm not sure where that.
Okay, that's going to be
lines up
later.
with.
That's going to be like in the Casper area. But see what we've done. And when I say we, this is really on you, Christina. You could have just said, sure, Addams Family.
I'm really sorry.
You know,
I
and
can be
then
a
we
real
wait for
asshole.
some nerd to contact us and go, incorrect! But we don't even read that post. What I remember is you were very young. You'd be like 15. I'm a guy in his 30s at the time, mid 30s. And I remembered being a little bit intimidated because you were so convincing as Wednesday Addams. Your deadpan was so amazing. I was very impressed with you and still am, but you just so nailed it at such a young age. And I remember just feeling a little bit like, she could kill me with that look. Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit intimidated.
Well, no one should have been intimidated by me then. It was, just a teenage mess. But do you remember that we lived in the same building in New York also?
Yes, I was going to bring this up too.
Yep.
We lived in, there's this building called the Police Building, which there was this.
No, it really is. It was Teddy Roosevelt, not Teddy.
Yeah.
The other.
No, it was Theodore. When Theodore Roosevelt was chief of, he wasn't chief of police.
No, he was chief of police.
He was
because
police
he was
commissioner.
Oh,
he was
really?
police commissioner, which I think is a different title. But anyway, basically, look at us. We keep qualifying each other. No, it was Casper, and it was police commissioner. And it's Ricci with 3 C's. Ricci. You never knew that. There's this cool building downtown. And for a brief period, I thought, I wonder if I'm a cool guy. And I moved into the police building.
No, it was really cool. But I wanted to live there because I had just read The Alienist. And they talked about how there was the tunnel between the building and O'Neill's.
Yep.
So I was really excited about that building.
Which probably doesn't exist.
No. I asked a lot of the janitors and stuff. And they were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, the tunnel.
The Alienist.
They were like, you can just walk around the corner.
Great book. Great novel by Caleb Carr, which is all about late 19th century crime solving, and Theodore Roosevelt's in it because he's the police commissioner at the time. And the police building is this famous old building that they had converted into apartments. And here are the people that I remembered. I walked down to my apartment, which is the end of the hall. Occasionally I'd see you. I'm like, wow, Christina Ricci. Also, Kyle MacLachlan.
Yes, Kyle lived there.
And he lived there with his girlfriend at the time, supermodel Linda Evangelista.
Oh my God. I rode in the elevator with them one day, and she was really the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in real life.
Well, I've got a runner-up for you, or maybe a tie.
Really a
which
tie.
is the other person who lived there. I don't know if they both lived there, or if one of them lived there and the other was staying there. Cindy Crawford and Randy Gerber.
Oh, but also Christy Turlington lived there.
And
at
Christy
the same
Turlington.
time.
Okay. So you've got all these
and
people.
And Francois Nars, like all these crazy big people.
But
They used to be
also-
at the gym with my mother. My mother would be like, I had a wonderful talk with Christy today when I was on the treadmill.
Insane, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, maybe I belong here, and I was flooded. Because this is Conan. I mean, I don't belong there now. There was no time when I belonged there, but I don't know, I want to say I'm 34 years old, still trying to figure out how to dress like I'm not in high school. And I've been doing the late night show for about 4 years. And I remembered one day rushing to get on the elevator, getting on the elevator, and it was it was Cindy Crawford and Randy Gerber looking. I threw on a t-shirt, like a Who Farted t-shirt, and like some shorts, and probably like Birkenstocks, and ran on the elevator after putting still had acne. Ran on the elevator and I'm like, hold the door. And I get on and it's those two glowing, just glowing. And I think they kind of made out on the elevator on the way down. And I was like, I'll have a girlfriend one day. You'll see. But I remembered seeing you
lurking about.
Super cool.
I was not. I was a total wreck. I was in Garbage Pail Kid style moment.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I had decided that if I was going to be that ugly anyway, that I was going to dress as hideously as possible. So I wore a lot of conflicting colors and really big pants and men's underwear, and just was my whole style, Garbage Pail Kids.
Well, I don't know why you had that self-image. That's
I was a teenager.
You're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had the dysmorphia going for you.